So here's the thing. What's up, YouTube? What's up, TikTok? Robert LaRocco here, guys and gals. As you know, it's the holiday season, and I go on YouTube and I go on TikTok, and I see all these people complain about government funding, and I hear them complain about they're not making enough money to live and survive, and that's what I'm hearing. It's what I'm seeing. It's what I'm witnessing. And I've did like a dozen videos on this topic, and I'm sharing it, but it's not going viral. And you need to understand something. Okay, if you want to be successful and make solid money that anyone could do, you need to sit down one-on-one with yourself and have a conversation. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that's crazy, talking to yourself. But no, listen to me. You need to sit down with a pen and pad and just, what are you good at? What is something that you can do that is going to help you make money? Now, people that go to work, that enjoy what they do, that's not a job to them. That's just an everyday thing that they're going to do. 100%. Are you listening to me? Nobody goes to a job expecting to be at that job forever. Nobody. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you're doing. Nobody plans it forever. So what do you do to make the money that you make? Are you going to blame your skin color? Are you going to blame your nationality? What's the excuse? Or do you have a record now so no one wants to hire a felon? Yeah, who got you that felony? Let's roll back to that one, okay? You need to think about your decisions. It's very important. So I'm going to explain this for the 40,000th time to you folks, and how the system works and how you can climb out of the hole you're in. But before I tell you this, you need to understand something about me. I have a learning disability. Okay? I do not retain information like the average person. I can read a book. I can read a chapter or two. By the time I get to the third chapter, I've forgotten what happened in chapter 1. Okay? I remember a few hints here and there, but I struggle with that shit. I'm not a fast reader either. I'm a very slow reader. Okay? But where I struggle in those areas, I make up in other areas. And that's the kind of thing you need to really look at yourself and figure out where you're good at. Because there are billions of ways to make money right now. And for someone to go out and say they're struggling, come on, man. You need the secret. I'm going to share it with you. Here we go. All right. Let's say you go and you work for Kroger. Kroger, where I live, excuse me. Kroger, where I live, is one of the big grocery chains here in town. Here in Louisville. You go work for Kroger. And Kroger pays good. Kroger has solid money, okay? Like, you move your way up to management in Kroger, you're going to make it, okay? Straight up, because Kroger pays really well. You go to Kroger, and you work at Kroger for 1 year, 2 years. Let's go with 2 years, even 3 years. And you're starting out, let's say $18 an hour at Kroger, okay? You start you off at 18. Now you're like, cool, I have an $18 an hour job. Awesome. You work 3 years. You got $18 an hour. And now 3 years passed. Now you're up to let's say $20.25. $20.25 an hour from 18 to 20.25. So you moved up the ranks a little and you've got more money. Cool, right? Awesome. But here's the thing. Just because you are at a job and you are comfortable, the moment you start feeling comfortable at a job is the moment you should start looking for something else in the same field somewhere else. So you're a Kroger, you move up, you make all this extra money, and now what you need to do is you need to find their competitor, wherever their competitor may be. Whether it's Aldi's, whether it's Walmart. Kroger's is a big box store. So Walmart's a competitor of them. Aldi's is a competitor. Sam's Club, BJ's. Excuse me. All these people are competitors now. You can go to, let's say, Walmart, apply for them for the same position, and they'll give you $22 an hour, $23 an hour, depending on what position you accept. And they say, well, you tell them what you want, and you do this while you're working at Kroger. Do you hear me? Don't just quit your fucking job and go show up at Walmart's doorstep thinking you're going to get hired. That's not how shit works. Quit being a dumbass. You show up, you put the application in, they're interviewing you, you ask for $23 an hour. Right now you're making $20.25. You ask for $23 an hour. If they refuse to give you that $20.23, you can get up and walk away. It's that simple, because you still have the Kroger job to fall back on. That's how it works. You know your worth. You know your ability. You know you've got good attendance. You know you show up to work every day. You know you follow the policies, the rules, and the procedures of Kroger. So you know this. And then you climb the chain from there. But the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out what you want to do to make your money. I work in maintenance. Dude, I started out washing fucking dishes. Dishes in a nursing home. Dishes in a nursing home. Then I went up to maintenance. Then I went maintenance here, maintenance there. I make, right now, over $27 an hour. I went from $9.80 washing dishes to over $27 an hour in an span of 11 years. Different companies, of course, because I've left companies and got more money as I went up. So, and what I didn't know in maintenance, I found the guy that was the oldest, that's been there the longest, and I stuck to his hip like fucking glue, and I learned from him. I didn't know a damn thing about HVAC. I didn't know a fucking thing about HVAC. And then I decided, you know what? Let me start studying on this HVAC shit. I started studying, and then I went to take my EPA test, and I got my EPA. I have a certification under my belt now because I chose to go the extra mile. You see what I'm saying? I chose to do what I had to do to get more money. No one is going to hand anything to you. Nobody. Straight up. My mortgage is $1,980 a month. That's how much I pay for my home. And if I call in work one day, I've got PTO time. But if I call in work, I'll be fine. I'll have PTO. But if I miss a week, I am fucked. Royally. You need to understand that no one is going to hand shit to you. You have to work for what you want. Showing up on time, showing up in dress code, being respectful. You don't always have to give respect to earn respect, or earn respect to give respect. I'm sorry, that's not how the world works. You show up with your pants pulled up, your belt tied, and you're ready to work. Do your job to its fullest. When it comes time for you to clock out, go to the clock out, take your lunches on time, and then come to work every fucking day. And I promise you, I guarantee you, someone will notice your work ethic. And when they notice it, that's when you go in for promotion. And if you don't feel like you're being treated right, or you're not being promoted correctly, that's when you start looking for something else. Open your fucking eyeballs and look. Stop getting comfortable. That's the problem with you freaking humans, man. Y'all get comfortable and comfortable and comfortable, and when it's all said and done, you know, you've been there for 17, 20 years, and you've only gotten a $2 raise. Make yourself shine. See you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.